Good afternoon, this is Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures, coming to you on Monday, October 10th, Columbus Day. Overnight, the S&P had a 15-point range, quite tame compared to what we have been seeing. The Asian markets were up, the European markets were also up. Really no fundamental news at all today. There's no real earnings news today. So given the fact that the cash bonds were closed and nothing that was going on, you would have expected a relatively minor day. But we did have some news coming out of Europe. Basically, Dexia Bank, which is kind of a French-Belgian bank, I understand they also have a presence in Luxembourg. Basically, there's a plan now to deal with them, which really means they were going under. But basically, French is going to be ponying up some money, the Belgian government's going to be ponying up some money, and it appears that they might actually be nationalized in Belgium. Now, just a few, the old days, meaning like 3 or 4 months ago, this might have been considered bad. However, this was actually considered very good. So now we're going to have a really, really nice squeaky clean bank owned by a government and a bad bank. Not exactly sure why we want that, but we got it. Okay, in any event, we took off. We also blew off news that there was significant violence in Tunisia, Syria, and also in Egypt. If Egypt erupts again, this could be kind of interesting. That was a bad thing last time, but we kind of blew it off today. So realistically, the news overseas was considered very good on this day. We're not exactly sure why, but it was a very, very strong up day. Up till a couple of weeks ago, this would have been considered a pure risk-on day. The SPX closed up 39 to 1194, getting close to the top end of that range. The Dow closed up 329 at 11,432. NASDAQ closed up 86 at 2566. The bonds took a beating today. Now, once again, this is only electronically traded because the pits and the cash bonds were closed. But the yield on a 10-year note edged up to 2.08, highest it's been in a few weeks. The dollar got killed today with 77.85, down 1.51. And as a pure up day, gold actually, risk on day, gold went up quite a bit. It's 1677 up 41. Really no news expected tomorrow either. I mean, we got the Fed minutes is the only thing of substance coming out. So realistically, the only fundamental news is going to be Friday. We have, some sentiment numbers coming out, so we have a few government numbers, none of which are considered very significant. Volume was extremely low today. We took the opportunity, since the indexes, the S&P, the Russell, and most of the other indexes are up 10% since Tuesday's intraday low in 5 days. We took the opportunity to sell some calls today for this Friday's expiration. So hopefully, if the market doesn't go up by another 4 or 5%, we'll bring in that call premium. This has been Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures.